to open him up. So let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is Gout of this world.
Just look at the way he runs. He basically looks like he's floating on the track. With some calling him the next Usain Bolt, it wouldn't take long before he has to go against Noah Lyles, who has never been silent about breaking Bolt's records. And Lyles himself welcomes it, encourages it even. Guess how Gout Gout responded to that?
Running, to be honest, as I'm sure we all do, and especially you know, you me and say, yeah, I'm going to take your spot. Because
Now, that's interesting. After a year in which the world's greatest athletic stars thrilled at the Olympic Games Paris 2024, the beginning of a new Olympic cycle has brought new excitement about the next generation of track athletes, who may well become household names before LA 2028. In the last year, the hype has grown over the performances of a number of runners who, despite their tender ages, have registered record-breaking performances that have drawn comparisons with some of the greatest athletes of all time. In fact, how often does a young athlete draw favorable comparisons to the greatest sprinter of all time, Usain Bolt? For Gout Gout, those comparisons were justified after the then 16-year-old shattered the age group 200-meter world record that belonged to none other than the Jamaican 8-time Olympic champion. Gout's run of 20.04 seconds at the 2024 Australian All-Schools Championships was just under a tenth of a second faster than Bolt's best as a 16-year-old, and saw him become the fastest Oceanian athlete of all time. Of any age. With that, he also beat the record of Peter Norman, set over half a century ago at the Mexico City 1968 Olympics. After turning 17 last December, Gout aims to start and conclude the 2025 season with more records within his sights. He currently sits second on the all-time list of under 18 200-meter runners and is joint sixth on the list of fastest under 2200-meter runners in history. While the 6-foot athlete from Queensland, Australia isn't as tall as Bolt, he packs a powerful stride and attacks the ground much like the Jamaican. Gout Gout, whose family hails from South Sudan, started to make an impression in 2023 at the age of 15, winning the Australian Under-18 Championships in the 100-meter and 200-meter with times of 10.50 and 20.87. He was discovered in his 7th grade year by coach Diane Shepherd, who has often told the story of seeing Gout Gout run for the first time at 13 years old. It wasn't until August, however, when he began making a profile beyond Australia, qualifying for the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Lima, Peru. While Gout Gout did not win the 200-meter final, he managed a time of 20.60 seconds, which was 0.01 seconds faster than a 15-year-old Bolt pocketed in 2002 at the World Junior Championships in Kingston. You know what they say? Pressure makes diamonds, Gout told Athletics Australia. And I guess I'm better than a diamond right now. While Gout Gout isn't the first on the scene to draw comparisons to Bolt, being likened to the fastest man alive is something Gout more than deserves. After breaking a 50-year national record in Australia, signs are pointing toward the 17-year-old as a potential Olympic heavyweight in the years to come. After all, no man in Australian history has broken 10 seconds for 100 meters. Even Bolt acknowledges the young Australian sprinter's talent. The Jamaican track star told the Jumpers, "World, he looks like a young me. Remember this?" Only a few days after this, the teenage sprint sensation Gout Gout has achieved a mark that has eluded the US track star. In a rare outing over 400 meters at the Joanna Stone Shield meet in Brisbane in mid-February, Gout clocked 46.20 seconds, almost a second under Lyles' personal best for the distance, and the fastest under-18 time by an Australian for 35 years. Needless to say, Gout Gout is all set to compete in the Queensland Championships this weekend and has the chance to make history. The event will also mark his preparation for the massive showdown at the Stawell Gift next month. Having trained alongside Noah Lyles in Florida during the Australian summer, he has only competed in one 400-meter and one 100-meter last month, But now he is gearing up for a 4-meet Australian program, starting in Brisbane, and according to his manager, he could make more history at the event. Speaking with Fox Sports Australia, Gout's manager, James Templeton, said that there is every chance that the 17-year-old could break the 10-second barrier for the 100 meters at the event. What's more, there's also the probability that he will become the first Australian to go sub 20 seconds over 200 meters as well, if the conditions favor him. Notably, no Australian has ever achieved the double, let alone at the same meet and on consecutive days. But Templeton is backing Gout. It's not impossible. If everything is in his favor, I think he'll have a chance to run under 10 seconds anytime he races really, he said. Only one other Australian, Patrick Johnson, has recorded a sub 10-second time in the 100 meters. His 9.93-second run was set in 2003. When asked whether Gout can post a time under 20 seconds in the 200-meter, Templeton replied, "That's always on the cards." But his optimism comes with a hint of caution. He mentioned, "He's not going to do anything like that into a negative wind. I'd say 28 degrees between 1.5 and 2 meters at his back, and a nice start, and he's feeling great." Templeton further claimed, "We're confident he's kicked on further." Gout is really looking forward to this weekend. As always, he's looking to run fast. Faster than before. Although Gout Gout is still in the early stages of his career, it's easy to see why Gout is being compared to the very best sprinters in history. For one, the Australian ventured into the heady realm of the 400-meter last month, a world far different from the 100-meter LY 200-meter sprint distances in which he is beginning to make his name. Unsurprisingly, Gout delivered, setting a time of 46.20 seconds, which is almost a full second faster than Olympic 100-meter champion Noah Lyles' personal best. It followed the Aussie's record-breaking 20.0 4-second 200-meter run in December 2024, where he not only broke Bolt's age group world record, but also became the fastest ever Oceanian athlete over the half-lap distance of any age. That said, he may be running in the junior categories at this weekend's Queensland Championships, but the next weeks will see him take on the cream of Australia's senior athletes. In case you didn't know yet, Gout is scheduled to race in the senior 200-meter race at the Maury Plant meet later this month. There, he will line up for the Peter Norman Memorial 200-meter at the Maury Plant meet, Melbourne, where he will race in the event that celebrates Norman's legacy at the biggest one-day meet of the Chemist Warehouse Summer Series. "I'm super excited to be running in Maury Plant," Gout said. "I was there last year. I really enjoyed it there, and what was exciting was that there was a great atmosphere. But I reckon I've got a lot more to bring this year to Melbourne. I'm hoping to run great." Then there's the National Championships in Perth in early April, giving him vital experience in a year that includes an outdoor World Championships that he has already stated he is eager to compete in. After witnessing many races in which Gout has finished meters ahead of his competition, the stiffer rivalries he will face in the open age group format will represent a new test for the teenager, and possibly one that will push him to run even faster. Obviously, an exciting season awaits Gout Gout. Could the same be said about this athlete? Watch this to find out.